Psalm 2 is a royal psalm that proclaims the kingship of God's anointed one, who is identified as the Messiah or the Son of God. The psalm begins by describing the rebellious nations and kings who plot against the Lord and his anointed one. Despite their rage and arrogance, the Lord responds with laughter and derision and declares that he has set his anointed one on the holy hill of Zion. The psalm then shifts to a direct address to the rebellious kings and nations, warning them to serve the Lord with fear and trembling, and to pay homage to his anointed one, lest they perish in his wrath. Have you ever felt like the world around you is falling apart? That the news you see on TV and read in the newspaper is just one big disaster after another? That's how the people in ancient times felt too. In Psalm 2, we see a world that is in chaos and turmoil, with nations rising against each other and leaders rebelling against God. But in the midst of all this chaos, there is a figure who stands out, a king who has been anointed by God. This king is a symbol of hope and stability in a world that is falling apart. He is a source of comfort and security for the people of God, who know that they can trust him to protect them and lead them in the right direction. However, not everyone is happy with this king. Some people are rebelling against him, just as they are rebelling against God. In Psalm 2, the Lord speaks to these rebels, warning them of the consequences of their action. He tells them that their rebellion will only lead to their destruction and that they will never be able to escape from his wrath. But even in the midst of all this chaos and turmoil, Psalm 2 brings us a message of hope. The Lord reminds us that he is in control, that he has the power to bring order to the chaos, and that he will never abandon us. He reminds us that we can trust him to lead us through the darkest of days, and that he will always be there to protect and guide us. The psalm concludes with a call to the kings and judges of the earth to be wise and to serve the Lord with reverence, and a promise that those who take refuge in the Anointed One will be blessed. Thank you for listening and have a blessed day. Please like, share, and subscribe.